Jack, your hands.
Gotta keep moving.
Welcome to Act 1, Scene 2 of Quantum Break. I'm Aidan Powell, and this is the date. We're giving you a little preview of Quantum Break. We have to start with the second act here, second scene, I should say, because we're not able to show you anything before this, but this is where things start to get interesting. As you see, Jack is starting to show signs of being able to do things in time, and that's his brother William, and they're starting to escape a lab that's just had kind of a
Jack.
meltdown, we'll say.
You just... What just...
Go.
This way.
Move.
That was the first time my power started to manifest. An out-of-control burst of energy that saved Will.
Jack, your proximity to the pulse, it must have altered your relation to the chrono
Will.
field.
What I just did back there. What the hell is happening?
That's what I'm telling you.
Not in the right language.
Explosion make time go bad. If time is an egg, then that egg is fucking broken. The time egg is fucked.
What? Why is there an egg in this?
There's a fracture in time. It's breaking down, leading to the end of time, and door.
What?
Well, locked. They cut my security clearance. Ah! That didn't help.
Stand back. I'll get it open.
HQ, securing the
Will.
server room. Over.
More of them. Hide.
The real enemy that we're going to see throughout most of the game is a company called Monarch. And Monarch has come into the campus, the university campus, to figure out what's going on, and they're actively trying to shut Jack and William down by whatever means necessary. So you're going to see a few scenes coming up, especially where you face them head on, but throughout a lot of the game, there's quite a few of these guys that you're going to have to pick off. The cool thing is that you see scenes like this, the game really thrives in telling stories in between the gameplay, and you'll take breaks every so often with these episodes, essentially. And it's one of the cooler things about the game. It gives you a bit of time to cool your heels, but the story is also really well done, really intense, and it's easy to compare the game to watching Lost or something. One of those shows maybe from a few years ago. It's a clever mix, and your decisions will lead into kind of what happens next in those episodes and everything else. But anyway, right now we're getting closer to a more interesting scene where we're going to start to see more of Jack's powers.
You have no context for any of this, Jack. You weren't here. A lot happens in 6 years. This is bigger than us. Can't make it personal.
They're trying to kill us, Will. It's pretty goddamn personal.
Listen, getting you involved is the last thing I wanted. I'm sorry.
Right.
Fracture in time is only gonna get worse. We have to stop this before it's too late.
How?
First, we have to get to my car. You're better at the door thing.
The first introduction to the actual gameplay here is actually the shooting, which makes up about 90% of the game. There's lots of problem solving and other action to deal with throughout the game, but these shooting scenes are definitely one of the top things in dealing with kind of your artillery, which later on you'll figure out that you've got a few options for shooting stuff up, kind of the usual. You've got your handgun, you've got a semi-automatic usually, or an automatic, and usually a shotgun or something like that. But before we get into the time powers, this is the big reveal, I guess you could say, of how the gameplay works. Essentially, find cover, keep moving, shoot the enemy. Those are pretty simple things. Your powers will help you deal with bigger, badder enemies and everything else, and shield you and give you time to recharge or move around. But essentially, this gameplay right here is what makes up most of the action.
Will, are you okay?
I think so. Jack, that was...
I know. This is way out of hand.
I'd used a gun before. I'd been in a couple tough spots. Never had an army of pro gunmen chase me.
Paul was positive that the experiment would work. That the figures were correct.
Because his specialists were a bunch of goddamn idiots. Their formulas were missing these variables entirely.
You're seriously making corrections right now?
Well, if they made them in the first place, we wouldn't be here.
The moment of finding this in the game
outta here.
and William actually coming up and making corrections, that's actually a moment that will affect a little bit of the episode later on that we're going to see in the game. So by finding certain things in the game, you're going to kind of unlock stuff in the episode as well. Back into the action, though, the big takeaway here, of course, is that he's now shooting with what's been easy or something like that, and you can flip between your main weapons pretty quickly. But the cool thing about the handgun, worst case scenario, if you don't find more bullets or more weapons, the handgun has an infinite supply of bullets, so you've always got that as a backup. But generally speaking, the move I'm doing in this part of the game is not what you'll do later. It's pretty rare that you're going to want to stand in one spot and keep shooting. As you get further in, you're going to find that constantly moving usually leads to better results.
Have Jack and William Joyce been detained?
Did you hear that? They know our names. They knew we'd be here.
They must be after the machine. The elevator. It's the only way out.
We can't go to your car. Monarch could be expecting that.
We have to, Jack. It's important. To fix the fracture, we need to get to my car.
Okay, just walk me through this, Will. Okay, time's broken. Fine. But now you're saying we could fix it?
In theory, I built something for such an event years ago. But finding the countermeasure won't be easy.
The countermeasure? What? Okay.
What happened?
Maybe the door's still open. Let me try.
Oh!
Will? Oh, crap. Frozen again.
Somehow I could focus and unfreeze Will, even if the world was still frozen.
This here is one of those gameplay elements that is kind of cool, but it actually means more for the story than it does for actual gameplay. So, unfreezing Will, taking the weapons from the other soldiers, throughout the game, to be honest, I didn't see either of those affecting much else aside from actually things that you had to do to move the story along. So it's interesting, and I do wonder if they're going to work on something maybe where that will become more important, but like an expansion pack of some sort. But right now, most of what that does is literally just storyline, or if you need to grab a gun from a soldier who's frozen and have that gun for, dealing with the next wave of enemies.
She's not unfreezing. It worked on you. Why isn't it working on the others?
I don't know. It may have to do with chronon exposure. Look at them all. It's a goddamn invasion. What are they doing? Why? They're taking everybody, every witness to what they've done. We can get to the parking lot through the lecture hall.
You said you were prepared for this, that you knew it was gonna happen. How?
Beth Wilder. It's complicated. I'll explain in the car. Through this door. This door's collapsed. For now. Oh no, no. My car. They're patrolling the parking lot. Oh god, it's...
Okay. Okay, Will. Calm down, okay? I'll take care of this. I'll fight my way through. I'll get the car and I'll bring it around.
Are you sure you can handle this?
No. Are you sure you can fix time?
No.
Then we'll call it even.
Here. You'll need the keys. Hey, Jack. Be careful.
Yeah, okay, I will. What the hell?
My powers were growing. I started to sense things, premonitions, echoes from the past.
Just got orders from Monarch Actual. They want us to find a car belonging to William Joyce while we're here.
Got a plate number?
It's coming.
It's probably boron or neutron or some shit.
This is one of those smaller powers, but it's the one that you'll probably use the most with the gameplay. Being able to sense enemies around you and also look for time distortions and power-ups basically through the game. Yeah, this feature, you'll use this a lot. Pretty much every new room you walk into, you'll probably want to fire this off just to see, A, are there enemies in the next room, or B, is there something hidden in here that I need to check out. A lot of the time too, it's the first step you'll need to do to lead to the next set of gameplay, either to initiate another power or something else. So obviously during the fights it's also kind of handy, because if you don't know where the enemy is, that power will lead you to wherever they are.
I could see an echo of the past. Will, arriving at the university.
I hope to God I'm not too late.
That's... I'm seeing the past. Oh, shit!
Something clicked. I could reach out and stop time in a focused area.
You don't know what you're doing!
Will.
Honestly, not my favorite power, but being able to stop one enemy or a few enemies in one spot definitely leads to saving your life more than a few times. And even against some of the bigger guys, though, when you can actually do it for longer later in the game, it can make a big difference in a little fight. The other cool thing, of course, too, is if you need to, you can pause one enemy while you deal with another if you really have to. If one person's on one side of you and one's on the other, it's often a cool little ability to stop one person and get the other one before they both get you.
Get behind him!
Change of plans. Screw the car. I need to get to Will. He's in trouble.
You're Jack Joyce.
Where is he? Where's my brother?
They're taking him to the library. You might still be able to catch them.
Why are you helping me? You're with them.
It's more complicated than... Look, I don't know if you can make it, but you should hurry.
That's the first time you saw Beth Wilder.
Yeah, but definitely not the first time she saw me.
It's pretty safe to say the entire game has some amazing characters, and the performances in the game are phenomenal. I love pretty much everyone in the game, including good guys, bad guys, but Beth really stands out. There's so much you can talk about her and her character throughout the game. I certainly hope that there's more we get to see, maybe in a DLC or something of her, because she certainly lends a lot to the game and works out really well. That said, the next scene we finally get Jack's next power, and that's basically time dodge. So early on it starts off, you can do quick jumps, so you're aimed in one direction, you hit time jump, which is the left bumper, and you shoot off in that direction. Later on, you can hold it down and do longer runs, which definitely comes in handy for certain scenes. Right here, I wasn't jumping around clearly enough, but it really, this is the biggest lifesaver I think in the whole game. There's a few other defensive kind of tactics you can use in the game, but this one's big. You can also use it to jump forward towards someone and attack them directly, either with your gun or with by basically punching them. But yeah, it's still not my favorite power of all of them, but that one's pretty cool.
Gotta get to the library. That's where they're taking him. Gotta keep moving, Jack. What?
You still had no idea that Wilder was helping you?
She wasn't the only one.
Nothing. Lights are out across the whole damn campus. Somebody cut the power. This was supposed to be a quiet operation. We got what we came for.
Yeah. Let's see the media shitstorm that follows us.
Hey!
I think this scene was just built to help you bring together all your powers so far. Those first three that you get really unlock a lot of the rest of the game. You can pretty much depend on them throughout the entire game because they refresh the quickest. But we're getting closer to my favorite power of them all, so hang in there.
HQ. Okay, gotta get to the library.
Why are you taking me here?
It's a library. I need to return some fucking books. HQ, we've got William Joyce in the library. Waiting orders. Over?
Will, they took him to the library. I gotta find a way in. I gotta get to him fast. There's gotta be another way in. Where did that come from? Looks like I'm not the only one with a grudge.
But it sounds like things have taken a real bad turn.
That looks like a way up.
So first off, there's the stuff in the environment. So obviously that was a radio you can turn on. Throughout the game you'll find emails you can open on laptops. You'll find other things you can unlock and do in the environment. Mostly they're just cool little add-ons to explain some of the world to you and what's going on around you. But that right there was one of the first real problem-solving moments, using your powers to, a mixture of your powers actually, to make things happen. There's quite a few little problem-solving moments. I think there could have been a little more problem-solving even throughout the game, but it's one of my favorite things actually. I think the game could have probably even built more on using your time powers to problem solve.
Around here.
HQ, we've got William Joyce in the library. Awaiting orders.
They got him.
Over?
I wonder where the brother is.
To the skeleton crew and wait for arrival of Monarch Actual. Everybody else needs to reunite at the Dry Docks Cronin extraction grounds. Wait for further orders there.
Hey, a weapons cache and a bunch of weapons lying around. Gee, I wonder what's coming up next. Maybe it's another big battle. It's pretty safe to say that if you run into new weapons or bigger stuff or a chance to refresh your cache of weapons throughout the game, you better pick them up and take them, because it's often the case that the next room is going to be filled with bad guys.
Why are you taking me here?
It's a library. I need to return some fucking books. HQ, we've got William Joyce in the library. Awaiting orders. Over?
Jack, run!
Time shield. Yeah, as the name suggests, it's a shield basically that keeps everything at bay. If you're close enough to bad guys, when you trigger it, they'll get thrown back away from it, which is kind of cool. Lesser enemies, at least. And in terms of keeping you alive, that's probably power number one. I usually keep it as a backup, so I don't use it as often as I could, just because it's nice to be able to throw it up when there's big trouble, like right there when everything was going red. Still not my favorite power. You know, they kind of save the best for last in terms of powers, but that's a big one. So expect to hit B a lot.
I got a whole new batch of messed up shit I need you to explain.
We have to hurry. Where's my car?
I didn't like the color. Let's get a new one.
What? No, Jack. I need them.
Hold that thought.
My briefcase was in that car.
I'll take you shopping. It's a fucking briefcase.
A briefcase that contains something I need in order to stop the fracture.
And you didn't think to spell that out to me before.
Enemy spot!
Yeah? Well, it's not too late to leave you here.
How the hell are you staying alive?
That's part of the messed up shit I need explained. You got any theories about being able to manipulate time? Time, come up. I think they changed their minds.
Is that all of them? We have to get to my briefcase. Then we find Beth Wilder.
Why? Who is she?
She knows about the fracture. I trust her.
Glad you trusted somebody.
It's not that simple, Jack. I kept secrets from you to keep you safe.
Safe? Look around you, Will. Does this feel safe to you?
This isn't my fault. Beth warned me this would happen. I did everything in my power to stop it.
But you never told me any of this.
I couldn't just...
How long have you known?
We don't have time for this now, Jack. We have to get to that briefcase.
So that's almost half an hour we played through, and there's still a little bit more to find out in terms of powers, but that'll be it for my commentary. I'm going to let it play out here. There's honestly a scene coming up that I almost didn't include in the video because it's not a huge reveal, because anyone following the game will know what's coming here if they've been reading much. But that said, I like going into a game full of surprises, of course. But let's just talk about the villain for a moment. Aidan Gillen as Paul Serene is just pretty fantastic. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, of course you're probably going to be excited to see him in this anyway. But of course he's a bit different here than Littlefinger in Game of Thrones. Unlike Littlefinger, Serene can actually kick some ass. Anyway, here's the final scene in Act 1.
You don't know what's at stake.
I know exactly what's at stake. That's why I'm here. You believe you can stop what's coming? I'm giving you one chance to change your mind. This path, it's already said it can't be changed. The past, the future, I've seen it. I've lived it. For 17 years.
17 years. It was you, the first experiment.
Come with me and we can see this through. Or hold on to your hope and burn with it.
Now listen, I built a device. I can stop this. I can.
You can't.
This is madness. There's no harm in trying.
There is. That's why I can't risk you opposing me, Will. It doesn't have to end like this.
We can't just let this happen. I'll never stop trying.
It took me years to come to terms with what must be done. But we don't have years.
Wait.
Trigger. I never wanted this.